Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Namita. In this video, we are going to continue with chapter number 6, Number Play of grade 7 Mathematics of the new NCERT textbook Ganit Prakash. And we are going to solve the figure it out exercise which is given on page number 131. Depending on the properties which we learned in the previous video, we established some rules. So we need to remember those rules and we will solve this exercise. So first question is, using your understanding of the pictorial representation of odd and even numbers, find out the parity of the following sums. Right? The pictorial representation was given to you for understanding, for visualization. It is not necessary that you always draw, because if the numbers are bigger, then it's not possible to draw. So you can visualize with the small numbers, understand the parity, and then answer these questions. Or you can take small number examples. Always whenever such statements are given in exam also, and you want to establish some rule, take small numbers as examples and then establish that an answer for the bigger numbers. Right? So let us see first one what is given. Sum of two even numbers and two odd numbers. What is it? So, right, what we can do here, we can take two even numbers. Actually, if you remember, two even numbers gave you even and two odd numbers also gave you even. Even plus even is even, and odd plus odd is also even. And even plus even was already even. Right, that we saw in the previous video. But what you can do when such things are given, you can take examples of small numbers and decide whether the answer will be odd or even. So two even number means you can take 2 plus 4, which gives you 6. Then two odd numbers will be 1 plus 3, which gives you 4. And if we add 6 and 4, we are getting 10, which is an even number. So our answer will be even. The first answer is even number, right? So this way you can take examples and establish the rule. Now let us take another example. Question number B. Sum of two odd numbers and three even numbers. What happens? Let us see. So two odd numbers, let me do it on side. Two odd numbers means 1 plus 3 and three even numbers. So 2 plus 4 plus 6. So let us add. 1 plus 3 gives you 4 and 2 plus 4 plus 6 gives you 12. And 4 plus 12 is 16, which is an even number. So you will get an even answer in second number also. Right? So, question number C. Sum of 5 even numbers. 5 even numbers. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. What do you get? Always try to make pairs. Like while adding also, make your work easier. 10 is already, it's easy to add 10. 2 plus 8 is 10, 4 plus 6 is also 10. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 will be 30, which is an even number. So in this case also you will get an even answer. Right? Now 8 odd numbers. If you remember, without taking example also you can answer this. 8 odd numbers. So even number of odd numbers. This is an even number. 8 is even. So you are taking even times odd numbers. Then answer will always be even. Right? You can take example if you want, like 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 13 plus 15, which gives you 64. Right? Which is an even number. So in all these cases we are getting even number. Question number 2. Lappa has an odd number of 1 rupee coin. Odd number of 1 rupee coin, maybe he has 3 1 rupee coin or 5 1 rupee coin. First understand the question. Then an odd number of 5 rupee coin. So maybe he has 7 5 rupee coins. Okay, odd number, maybe 7, 11, 13, it can be anything. And an even number of 10 rupee coin. So 10 rupee coin may be 10, 20, 30, 8, something, some even number, right? So he calculated the total and got rupees 105. So did he make a mistake? Now what we need to concentrate. We don't want to know how many 1 rupee coin or 5 rupee coin or 10 rupee coin were there and whether it comes to 205. What we need to concentrate here is odd number of 1 rupee coin plus odd number of 5 rupee coin and then even number of 10 rupee coin. Now odd plus odd gives you even and even plus even will give you again an even number, right? So the answer, whatever number of coins it Lakpa has, 3, 7, like 1 rupee for 5 rupee, whatever number it is. But odd plus even will give you an even number. And what is he saying? That he calculated it to 205. Now 205 is an odd number. So whatever is the case, he did some mistake and he is wrong, right? So this is one way of understanding. Without doing any calculation or taking any example, you can just establish the parity first, that odd plus even will give you an even answer. So probably his answer is wrong for sure, right? What mistake he did, we are not bothered. We don't know what number of coins he has of 1 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee. But for sure his answer is wrong. So we can establish rule and find out the answer like this. Now there is another way also of doing the same thing, taking some numbers and then trying ways. Okay, so let us try with different examples now. So now let us take an example. Suppose he has 5, odd number of 1 rupee coin. So 5 into 1 means 5 rupees he has. Then odd number of 5 rupee coin. So maybe 1 5 rupee coin, or we can take 3 5 rupee coin. So 3 5s are 15 rupees. He has 5 rupee coins, right? Then even number of 10 rupee coin. So suppose he has 19 even number. Okay, so we take it as 20 coins of 10 rupees. We have taken random examples. Okay, so this comes to 200. So if we add all this, the total will be 200 plus 15 plus 5 will be 220. We are getting an even number, right? So whatever we do, we are not getting an odd number. So he did a mistake and we understand that. What do we conclude? That odd plus even will give you an even number, not an odd answer. Clear? Question number 3. Now we know that even plus even is even. Odd plus odd is also even. Even plus odd will give you odd, right? Now with this knowledge, similarly find out the parity of the scenario below. So this is for the sum. They have asked us for the difference of two even numbers. So difference of two even numbers, we'll take some examples. Suppose we subtract 6 minus 4. So we are getting an even number. So the answer will always be even. Then odd minus odd. So suppose we are subtracting 7 minus 3. So we are getting 4. So again that is an even number. Even minus odd. So suppose we take 10 minus 7. So you are getting 3, which is an odd number. Okay? And odd minus even. So odd minus even, suppose 7 minus 2. So you get 5, which is odd. Right? So what is the easier way to remember? If both are even, whether you add or subtract, you will get an even number. If both are odd, whether you add or subtract, you get an even number. But if one is even, one is odd, whichever is bigger for subtraction, you will always get an odd number. This is the parity you can establish and understand and remember. Then it will be easier, because remembering even plus even is even, no need to rote memorize it. What you need to remember, that if both are same, even, odd, then you will get an even answer. But if both are different, even and odd, then you will get an odd answer, whether you are adding or subtracting in both the cases. Fine. So I hope you have understood this figure it out exercise. We'll continue with this chapter in the next video. Thank you.